So with American Horror Story Apocalypse over and done with, we are sitting around waiting patiently for any news or hint as to what Season 9 might be about. But before we actually get any of that information, it's gonna just be super fun to speculate and theorize and just pitch our own ideas. So with that being said, you guys saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. Today we're gonna talk about why we should get an American Horror Story Christmas. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Okay, the first thing I want to address when it comes to this pitch is I know the subtitles for American Horror Story usually place us where we're going to be. I mean, it gives us an idea of where everything is going to be set, and it's not going to be so open and broad. The subtitles would tell us that we're going to be in a murder house, an asylum, a coven, a freak show, a hotel, Roanoke itself, or a cult. But with American Horror Story Apocalypse, I think that they've broadened that spectrum, and now they allow this television show to look into bigger and broader places and to tell broader stories. Yes, I know that's a little bit of a nitpick, but this is why I think American Horror Story Christmas could actually work. And I personally believe that the story writes itself, and it doesn't mean that this next season, or if ever they do this story, has to take place solely on Christmas. I think that they can do some unique and genuine social commentary by telling the same kind of structured story that they've always told in an American Horror Story television show. You can start it in September, work your way into October and early November, or maybe just start in October and then work your way through November, working up to that Christmas episode. Or they can start the season in late October, work their way through November, and then end the season sometime in December. And this would actually allow for a lot of holiday episodes. You have probably a Halloween, a Thanksgiving, and then even a Christmas episode all placed into this season. But the one thing that you really focus on from the very beginning is this town, or wherever it's actually set, is dead focused on Christmas as soon as fall hits. And that is scary to the newcomers who move to this town. My whole idea here is you have a family or something, kind of like the Harmons from Murder House, upending their lives and then moving to this secluded small town for one reason or another, and you really build it up from there. But it's not just the house is weird, it's this whole place is weird. And as I said, social commentary, you get there, it's early fall, it's not even Halloween yet. I mean, it's kind of Halloween's a couple weeks off or maybe a couple days off, and people are just celebrating Christmas and getting ready for Christmas. And first it starts off as this is a weird town. I can't believe like everyone here is celebrating Christmas. Or maybe the entire populace of this town comes across, at least at the beginning, as ultra conservative, war against Christmas. We're going to celebrate our truth and value type of people. So it really comes across as loving and nurturing, but just as kind of a stranglehold idea. And until you get further along in the season and realize what they're actually all about. And really, Christmas is such a fun breeding ground for a lot of horror movie tropes and just a lot of stuff you can go around. I think one of the things you could do, and when I put this on my community tab asking if people would actually like to see an American Horror Story Christmas, people jumped on the concept of Krampus. Yes, Krampus has gotten a lot more popular in popular culture over the last couple years, probably because of this whole bah humbug mentality that people have about the holidays. Like, people don't want the holiday season to feel so loving and genuine. It's not the nostalgic thing that they want to grow up with or they remember as kids, and they actually want to go directly against the holidays. So Krampus has grown in popularity and shown up in various television shows and movies over the last couple years. But that is the exact story I think they could tell here and be relevant. You have these culture of people that seem like they're celebrating Christmas, they're good Christians, but then it becomes more pagan and worshiping, and these new people are the ones that are kind of the outliers, and maybe, you know, they have kids or younger kids who converse with some of the younger kids in the town, and that's the real story you're playing up. Like, maybe people start going missing as Krampus comes and kidnaps and eats children, and that's what we're really leading up to this entire time. Personally, if you're going to do this season, I think that there is some great opportunities to bring back some of the classic American Horror Story actors. I mean, just having Kathy Bates, I think, in this small little town play the mayor or someone in power of this. Sarah Paulson could be the mother of the family that comes to town, and maybe even bringing back other people who we haven't seen for a long time. Dylan McDermott would be awesome to have back in a major way. If you're going to bring back Cody Fern, I would like to see him play a good guy in this season. I mean, he played the hell out of Michael Langdon, but that was more of an evil role. Let's see him play a nice guy for once, someone who is in over his head and someone that we cheered for the entire time, but not really for like the worst ways that we cheered for Michael during American Horror Story Apocalypse. Of course, you could also bring back, and maybe this is just wishful thinking on my part, but I really think that any future season of American Horror Story really has to try its hardest to bring back Jessica Lange in some role. Even if it's just a little small role, she needs to be back because she is just such a presence, and this show really isn't the same without her. I mean, she was gangbusters in American Horror Story Apocalypse, and we need to continue on that momentum. But I would love to see her come back in this type of story, maybe as a social recluse, this old woman who has this dark secret history behind her. She knows way more about this town than she's really ever letting on. Of course, I'm not the writer here. Obviously, a lot of these characters that I'm pitching here are similar to characters that we've seen these people play in other ways. Ryan Murphy and his writing team are so much better at this stuff than I am, and I would really leave it up to them to figure out the best characters and arcs for the people that they've gotten to be on this show every single year, and I think that they would be able to come up with something pretty unique and genuine. This is just me throwing out ideas because I really like these people, I like these stories, and the very fact that every single season is going to be completely new and original. Just kind of spitballing ideas here. It would be really awesome to have an American Horror Story Christmas at some point before the series is out. Of course, I can say that about almost any idea that they can come up with. There's so many things that, even though it feels like American Horror Story has really dug to the bottom of the barrel when it comes to horror movie concepts and things that they can really do, things and creatures and stuff that they can tell stories about, I think that there's still a whole lot of gas left in the tank, and we can talk for hours about various pitches and ideas. And as I said at the beginning of the video, you just kind of throw out an idea just as a subtitle and you can start theorizing and speculating and just having a whole lot of fun coming up with various story concepts and how that's going to play out as the season goes on. So yeah, American Horror Story Christmas, a new family moves to a new secluded town, ultra conservative, war on Christmas type of people, celebrating Christmas from very early fall, even before Halloween, through Thanksgiving, and up to Christmas time. And these people, as it goes along, get darker and more pagan, creepy. This isn't normal type of traditions, and cult-like mentalities start to really show themselves as you get closer and closer to Christmas. I think that that would be a really fun season. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you want to see an American Horror Story Christmas? Would you be down for that? Are you not okay with that? Tell me why you're not okay with that in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. And if you guys want to talk to me about American Horror Story, the Saw franchise, any type of horror movie franchise, the box office, anime stuff, or anything else, go check me out on Twitter. It's so much easier to talk to you guys over there. Really instant communication. I'm on it all the time, so make sure to go do that if you want to talk, in a one-on-one situation. So hope everyone is having a fantastic day. It's been real.